I'm KimberlyFranklin.com. I've got 2 little boys, and you know, we're wanting to expand the family a little bit, so working from home is really, really important to me. And what we're going to do is we're just going to hop across the board. You guys are going to introduce yourselves, so obviously when you come up and speak, people who are watching later on, they know who you are, they know your story, a little bit of background, and can connect with you. Unless, of course, it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and even those details sit across you for the week, we'll excuse Nays if she doesn't want to jump out. Okay, Helen, do you want to go next for me?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you.
Excellent. Okay, but about me, I'm a single mum. I have just relocated back from New Zealand after 16 years to live back in the UK for a while, not quite sure how long, with my mother. Well, but I just said 23 and 21. It's about time I came and spent more time with my mother. My passion is helping people get through their challenges. I've been through a fair few. We lost one of my sisters 8 years ago, and you know, I've been through all those things like miscarriage and divorce and bullying. So my passion is to help people to, because I've got through it all and I'm still standing. So my passion is helping people get through those challenges. So that's me, really.
Awesome. So you have got lots and lots of like storytelling nuggets that you can teach people, you know, and that you can bring to the table. Okay, great. Lisa, can we have you up next?
Sure. So my name is Lisa Armour. I live in the United States, and the reason why I found this business was because I was looking for something to work from home. I'm 30 years old, and I don't want to work a regular job because I want to have a baby, and I want to stay home with the baby. I don't want to put the baby in daycare, and of course, having a baby costs money. So, you know, I want to have the business for, you know, to stay at home with the baby, but also have finances coming in. And so I love that, like, the flexibility of working from home, and the flexibility of just working from home is such a drive. It's like an inner part of me that I just love, and I want to help others. I want to help other moms, you know, feel that they have that access to be able to do that too and not feel trapped. Because I've been there and I felt like that. And so I understand how other women feel around my age, because they feel that pressure where they have to have the baby, but they still want the career. And, you know, our biological clock is ticking, 30 years old. You know, we don't have that much more time in terms of when we're going to have a baby. And so, you know, I understand how those mothers or want to be mothers feel. And so this business, it has allowed me to just really bloom with, you know, being able to save for finances, and I love it so much.
Awesome, thanks, Lisa. Obviously, you can tell this is like, we call it UK Force, because this group, when I like put it together, I thought like, right, we need to like take the UK by storm with this business, because you know, the UK, it's not a very trusting country. It's quite a negative country sometimes, and I was like, all right, how are we going to do this? Let's get a little group of us together, like a little hurricane, and we can just blitz our way through. And then obviously I connected with Lisa out in Orlando just a month ago, and like totally fell in love with her, and she was like, can I be like an honorary Brit? And I was like, yeah, of course you can, jump in, let's get her in. Okay, Nays, do you want to jump out and say anything sweet? Yeah, we can hear you, but you don't need to put your camera on to speak.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I didn't know if I was on mute.
Go for it. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Me?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, I'm Nasha. I live in Wollongong, near Sydney, Australia. I started this business because we have 8 kids. So it was hard trying to work and raise a family and things like that. So I started looking for this online, and I found Sarita, and yeah, the last, I think, 4 to 6 months have been really good, but the new the new system that's just been launched for me has just taken me from nothing to the best it's been in my business, just from a few things that I learned through the Level Up series. So yeah.
Cool.
With that end bit, what was that? Sorry, through the what series?
The Level Up series. There's a new one. There was one on the old system, but with the new system, I know if you go into training and then go into the $1 Million Dollar Ring. I can't remember. Yeah, the $1 Million Ring, and in there is a Level Up series. If you watch it, that's.
I'll look it up. Thank you.
It's under training.
Okay, cool.
And that's what has given me what's going on with me at the moment. Within, as I said, within probably 24 hours, I had 4 sales and 44 leads. So, and that was just from that one video that I watched. I hadn't even watched the rest of it. I just watched that one, and I did exactly what they said, and it was good.
Wow, that is so good to hear. So good to hear. Yeah. So have you found anything else is working out for you as well?
Sorry, I didn't hear you, sorry.
Have you found anything else that's working well for you?
No. Honestly, no. I have spoken to so many people, and nothing, I've had so much advice, but nothing worked for me. It didn't feel right. So I was having troubles trying to connect with people who were trying to teach me, and I found Elizabeth, and with her help and Mark's help, they have just kind of helped me find where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do, because I was a little bit lost in this whole thing, because I'm not used to the internet and trying to find a niche and everything. So I think just surrounding yourself with the right people is key. People who are like you is key.
Yeah, completely. No, that's really, really good advice. And you know what, I think for obviously us that are on here and everybody that is, you know, just coming into this and will get to eventually see this video, it's so good to hear, you know, that it doesn't just happen straight away. You know, that we have to come in and dip our toe in different pools to find which one's good for us. And I've actually got some stats for you guys, because in the last week I've been studying it's Gary Vaynerchuk, is that how you say it? I'm sure it is. From Jab, 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 Right Hook. And he actually, I follow him on Twitter, like religiously. I'm copying what this guy's doing. I'm listening to what he's saying. I'm looking at all the YouTube videos I can of him. So please make a note of his book, make a note of his name, so that you can follow him as well. This guy in this book, he tells you how to master Facebook, how to master Instagram, how to master Snapchat and Pinterest, everything, absolutely everything. But on Twitter yesterday, he put down favourite social media sites and percentages. Okay, so you guys take a little note of these ones now if you can, or watch them in the replay. Instagram, okay, so the population, now bearing in mind on Twitter, it's worldwide, the population came in at 55% prefer Instagram. 26% prefer Facebook, 12% prefer Twitter, 6% prefer Snapchat, which is a brand new one for you, and 1% prefer Pinterest. So Periscope isn't even ranking as an app yet, okay, which is really good news, because it means that it's something that you can learn to master now, and then as it's going to start creeping in, like Instagram came in and took over Twitter and Facebook, it means you can be a master at it and you can get it working for you. But again, we should be like setting ourselves up on Instagram, because that's where the biggest audience is by the looks of it at the moment, okay, and I would say interactive audience. We know that Facebook's got a huge audience, but how many are interacting? You know, how many are actually looking at our stuff and making things happen for us? And obviously, while we're up there making sure that we're getting seen on the most popular app, we also want to make sure that we're becoming masters of the ones with the lower percentages, because the better we get at them, the more they're going to start ranking in the percentages, which means more and more people are going to interact on it. So there's one little golden nugget for you guys today, okay, is to get yourselves on Instagram, because people are proving that it's working. I mean, you've got Justin Holland and Phil, they're absolutely annihilating it. And then obviously you want to make sure that you've got your Facebook story on Facebook, because again, Sarita is living proof. I know other people have had proof that, you know, your Facebook story is very, very powerful. Whether you think people want to hear your story or not, I didn't think people wanted to hear mine. And then I had a video that shot to 16,500 views, you know, in just, I think, just under 2 weeks. And now it's kind of ranking at about 100 views a day more. I didn't think people wanted to hear my story. For 7 years, I'd kept my story secret. I'd kept my misery locked up. And then when I've released it, not only do I feel better, and amazing things are now flooding in because I've let go of the negativity, but people are connecting with my story, and people are coming out the woodwork, and they're saying, do you know what? I suffer. I've experienced that. You're such an idol. You're such an inspiration. So, you know, get your story. I mean, I know people have different fan pages for different things, but just tell your story in your words. I mean, I've got 2 fan pages, you know, and a story of success is where I tell my story in my words, you know, and then I've got another one that's about me, and kind of it's a little bit more businessy, because, you know, as much as I'm me and this is what I do, and, you know, this is what I love and what my passion is, I'm also sales and marketing, and have been for the last 12 years. And so I've got 2 kind of different audiences, but it's taken me 3 months of rebranding and rebranding and rebranding to realise that I've got me and my story here, my heartbreaking story, again, of just wanting to be a mum and being the best wife that I can be, etc. And then you've got me here, where people think, you know, that I'm a really clever businesswoman, and I have to kind of, you know, sit there and entertain that audience as well. I have a lot of people pick my brains about SEO and stuff. So the kind of second nugget I want to give you today, if I haven't given you a second one already, I don't know, I lose track because I talk so quickly, but I think it's part of being a Cockney from London, is that I want to say that, you know, going to the SEO side of things, which is maybe something that you guys aren't quite used to right now, is your keyword management. Okay, so you've probably come across people that say about on Instagram, don't go for the one with millions of people using that hashtag, go for the one that's always under the 250,000 mark. Okay, so again, you can jump onto Instagram to get your figures. I'm sure Twitter shows some of the figures as well, but I think that's more on a laptop that you get that. And believe it or not, you can hashtag on Facebook. And I want you guys to try it out. Type in, what did I put in? Type in hashtag work from home. It'll come up with like a little file, and it'll say hashtags. You click on that, and 9 times out of 10, all you'll get is a news feed full of everybody in this business that you already know, and they've put hashtag work from home. But your hashtags work. Okay, so the way I do it with keyword management is I will pick like a subject that I want to drive for the week. And mine at the moment really is determination. I've kind of been running with it for 2 weeks because I think it's something that we need more here in the UK, and maybe, you know, around the world, is we need to have more determination. We need more drive. We need more belief in our core that we are going to get to this destination. You know, if we want that $1 million home, we're going to get it, but you're not going to get it by sitting on your backside. You need to have that determination. So, you know, I hashtag determination. Another hashtag keyword was determination of the day. So again, you can research these on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, probably the one that gives you the, you know, the amount of numbers straight away. So you can kind of go on there even if you're not making a post and just use it. And I would say your keyword management is going to be the structure of your business, because without that, your posts aren't going to be ranking. They're not really going to be getting the interaction that these top guys are getting. Because obviously when, you know, people get really, really successful, they then go and employ other people to do their SEO, their search engine optimization. And these are the guys that know all about keyword management. Why do I know? Because I was paid to be one a while ago. You know, we used to charge, I mean, I've got one guy I've just offered to do all of his SEO for free, in return that he's my photographer, because he's laying out £300 a month, which I think is what, about $450, $500, is it? Lacey, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a month. That's a lot of money, and literally it takes not even half an hour. Not even half an hour to come up with your keywords that you're going to run for the week. Okay, so I would always say never put any more than 2 hashtags on any post. Okay? the beginning of every week, or maybe on a Sunday night, whenever your downtime is, just, you know, spend half an hour to just pop on, go onto Instagram, or you can go onto Google. Okay, so you might want to write this down. Now, this is a proper golden nugget. So you are lucky that you've just turned up as well. All right, write this down, because this is going to put SEO managers out of business. This is something that I wasn't allowed to share when I was working in an SEO company. Go on to Google, and you are going to, let me get this right, hold on, I've got my iPad next to me. I'm sure it is. You Google keyword management, okay? And it will then take you into a keyword tool. And then that is top secret. That is where you type in your keywords, and it will show you the figures of the keywords that are used across the internet. That is how you can make yourself niche. You don't want a hashtag success, because I think that's got 3.5 million people using that on the internet. Okay? Oh, sorry, it might be even more than that. You want to be ranging anywhere from maybe, I'd say, 500 being used up to 250,000. But remember, if 250,000 people are using your keyword, you're stood there amongst 250,000 people. Who's going to see your business? So keep your keywords niche, but keep them like really appropriate to what you've got going on with your business. You know, so mine at the moment is, I'm talking about determination. So it's hashtagged in my videos, it's hashtagged in my posts, it's hashtagged on my Instagram, on my Twitter. Everything is congruent amongst them. Okay, so Helen, have you got any golden nuggets for us just while I find this keyword management?
Well, I'm part of a boot camp at the moment, which involves reading books. It's interesting you say about Gary Vee, because I've recently read. I wanted you get that from Mark Dell's training, Gary Vee, the one.
Yes, I did last week, and I actioned it straight away.
Because I read his book from his recommendation. I just read his book, Crush It, which is he's so good. He's so good, Gary Vee. And currently, I'm reading this book, Millionaire Messenger, which is an amazing book. And basically, it could have been written for me, and it's about sharing your value. I think, Louisa, you're reading this too, aren't you? Yes, it's just a fantastic book, and it just tells you that no matter how inferior or insecure you are, you've got a story to share that people want to hear. So it's a must-read, that one. That's very good. And I would just say listen to Inner Circles every single day. The one, somebody said the other day, I don't know when to listen to them. Well, if you've watched any of Tony Robbins, he says NET, no extra time. So it's like when you're washing up, driving in the car, in the shower, getting dressed, anytime, you can just do other things, and you have that in the background. And even if you're not listening, your subconscious is taking it in. So that's a really good tip. Let me see what else I've just written down here. I do videos every single day. I've been doing it interesting actually, because I've just been on boot camp now, and somebody said they're doing 100. I've been doing a video every day since about June, July, might be before that actually. And I love doing that, and it's all about, it's not business, it's not aimed at the business at all. It's all about getting through challenges, and I just share inspiring, empowering stuff. So that's a must. And what else was I going to say? Just for me, and I think a lot of people, and I know for me, something which I think people struggle with is belief in themselves and belief in the business. And what you said, Kimberly, earlier about British, because when I started this business, I was living in New Zealand, and I sought out British people who were doing it, because a lot of it is very American. And, you know, we British, we're not like that. We're like, oh, no, we can't be noise like that. But as I've immersed myself in it, and more recently with the changes, I've just started to fall in love with the business more. And it's about putting yourself out there and not being afraid of losing friends, because they weren't real friends in the first place, if they don't like you for yourself. Be yourself. Even if you cry on video, you're showing you're vulnerable, you're showing that you care, and it's just that people can resonate with you. I mean, I'm just doing a blog at the moment about Adele. You know, she's so successful, and the reason she's so successful is because she shares her heart through her music. And I mean, whenever I listen to her latest one, Hello, I get all emotional. And it's because, I mean, she's talking to her younger self. And it's because you can resonate with what she's saying. And that's the case with your niche market. They can resonate. They want to hear that you've got through the challenges they're going through at the moment. So it's just really important to be yourself and put yourself out there and just sod anybody else if they don't like what you've got to say. It's like, I don't really know, Amy Starr Allen, she does videos quite a lot. And she says something which I love, is that, and I'm finding this sometimes, when I'm doing a video and somebody walks past, I'll stop. And Amy Starr Allen says she's got over the fact of somebody coming past her because she cares more about sharing her value and helping people than she does about what people think when they see her video. So I'll pass it on to the next person, but that's my gems. And I loved yours, Kimberly. Thank you for yours.
No worries. That was really, really good, Helen. So I hope guys have took note of the books and stuff that you've been using. But yeah, it is true that, you know, you need to go onto a news fast. So completely block yourself out from the news. And to be fair, stop watching TV, stop listening to music, unless obviously you're in a moment where you want to gather your thoughts and kind of give. I use like music, and I hate to say it, but I love reality TV. I'm an absolute reality TV junkie, but you know, that's always on record, and I give it to myself as a treat. Even though it's not really a treat, but I do. I give it to myself as a little treat, as a little break from my work when I just need to like just kind of switch off and not be thinking about my next step. I just want to chill and switch off and just, you know, go back to doing nothing just for half an hour, and then I go back into it. But yeah, listening to your inner circle audios. You know, when people say to us, why do I need the inner circle? You're like, because of the audios. Yeah, but what am I going to be listening to? You're going to be listening to stuff that's going to change your life. It's going to change your mindset. Okay, so this business, yeah, it's $1 million business. There you go. Whoosh, we can give it to you. But guess what? It's not going to work if your mind's not in it. This is why we have to be in the inner circle. This is why we have to listen to a new audio every day, you know, and then just like a lot of the leaders do, when, you know, they've kind of exhausted the inner circle a little bit and want to take a break away from that, they go onto YouTube and they build their own channels of other leaders like Gary, you know, I can't even think, Bob Proctor and people like that. They go and create playlists that they can just have playing all the time, and a lot of them, especially Teresa and Dave, they have it playing while they sleep. You know, that's how dedicated they are. So when you're looking at the leaders and you're going, I just want to be like you, guess what? You've got to do what they do. They don't do it for no reason. They do it because it works. Okay, so that's my little jump in again. I can't help it. I get too excited. Okay, Lisa.
Okay, so I think what's been helping me in terms of just, you know, staying motivated, because, you know, sometimes like when we're all working, you know, for ourselves, but we also work as a, you know, as a team with, you know, being on these Google Hangouts. So having these Google Hangouts are extremely valuable, just because, you know, we can, you know, give each other tips and tricks and see how, you know, how everyone's working the business, and you know, how I stay motivated when I'm by myself, when I'm working the business. I love how when the new system revamped and they had the new levels. Now they have the beginner level, the elite level, the six-figure builder level, and then the black level. And so for the longest I was at with Mark Dale, I was at the elite level. And I love how they revamped that whole thing and how we can just plug in every week with these trainings. And I've been really actually dedicated because for the longest I was in the elite club, so I was going and on there with Mark Dale, and what he gives is invaluable. He's just so motivating. And he gives you actual practical tips to, you know, get yourself from point A to point B. And so, but then I was feeling like I needed, like, I was at that point where I'm like, I need more than this. So that's where, and then, so I got into the six-figure builder club, and I'm like, this is what I needed. I was needing like that, those like just little like tips and tricks, and like just to, you know, the details of the business where, you know, after without the motivation, you need to know how to do this and how to do that, and that's where it was. And I'm like, I am so glad, like, now I'm at this level, because this is where I need to be right now. This, like, I love how the business lets you figure out like what level you need to be at. So if you're a beginner, there's the beginner level. That's comfortable for you. But if you need more, it's the levels are there for you if you want to step up. And so I love where I'm at right now, and I'm growing, I'm learning. And so if you guys are not on that every week, all those trainings, you need to get on it. I've learned so much from those. And so that's one thing. Another golden nugget that I like is that for the longest, I was so scared of doing videos, but I know videos are amazing, because actually the reason I got into this industry 5 years ago, and the reason why I got into with the mentor that I got into, I watched so many of their videos. Like I kind of stalked them on YouTube for the longest. And so by the time I was ready to sign up, I knew them. Like I felt like they were my friends. You know, because you usually sign up with, you know, a person that you know, like, or trust. So I've been doing videos. I've been doing, right now I'm in the middle of a gratuity challenge, and so that one's not so much businessy, but I'm putting them all on my YouTube channel because I want people to know, you know, there's the business side of me, but then there's also different parts of me. And actually, after my gratuity challenge, I'm planning on doing a 30-day video series of just getting to know me series, because I want people to know who I am. You know, and so I'm gonna have my YouTube channel is gonna be, you know, getting to know me series, business videos. So I want it all to blend, because I want people to know that I'm even across the board. Like, I'm not a workaholic. I'm a fun person. Like, I want that to be portrayed through videos too, and also helpful videos to help people also work from home. So I want to have an even mix. And so if you guys are not doing at least one video a day, go for it. Just do it. And I'm not perfect. I actually, the other day, I was doing a video, and my husband, he hates video. Like, he doesn't like it at all. So he's like, I don't want to be in your video. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So, but we were in the car, and he's like, after I was done with it, he's like, you said "and" too many times. And I'm like, well, this is what it is. I'm working on it. I already know I say too many times. I say "and" too many times. I'm working on it. But, you know, it's not like you're gonna get, you know, you start somewhere and you work your way up, and that's it. And you're not perfect. I wouldn't, you know, everyone who is out there no one's perfect. So I don't think they're gonna be attracted to someone who's perfect, because that does not exist. So I say just do videos, like just do them, even if they're not perfect. So.
Yeah, that's so cool. And plus, you know, your videos is how people, you know, how they get to know, like, and trust you. You know, they just, I mean, obviously look at the power of videos. I mean, I get shocked at the fact that, you know, I can post a video and within an hour 300 people have viewed it, and I just get blown away with it. I know Lisa's figures are pretty much the same, and it makes me chuckle every time I see her pop up on my news feed in her car or sat by the sofa, and I'm like, right, what's she got to say again today? But I totally know what you're saying, because if you notice on my videos, I always go, you know. I'm like talking to people, like, you already know this stuff, right? I shouldn't really be telling you, but I'm just voicing it to bring out the best in you. So, yeah, Louisa, have you got any golden nuggets for us, sweet? I can see you busy in the background there.
Yeah, I'm just making dinner, sorry. No, I'm sorry, hello everybody, because I've only it was basically Lucy had added me into this group, and I wasn't very sure exactly what it was, because it says UK Forces, and I didn't know if that meant, if it's anything, is it to do with, you know, what it's to do with, but it's because I'm in the UK.
It's UK force, so basically it's saying the UK is a force to be reckoned with.
Right, okay. So, because I was thinking, is that because you're all army, you know, related to, like, you know, whatever it is. Anyway, so hi, I'm Louisa, and I'm in Scotland, and I'm in the boot camp with Helen, and I've been in a year. I only started working properly 6 months ago. I'm finding it pretty difficult to get off the ground, really. I'm doing everything, but it's just not quite all come together yet. It will do at some point. I'm doing videos, I'm blogging. Blogging takes quite a lot of time and doesn't seem as productive for the time that it takes as I would
want. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you all know what I mean. So I am doing videos every day. I don't have a problem with doing videos. My main problem is just knowing where I'm coming from, and that's what I'm working on at the moment. So that's where all the inner circle and everything's coming from.
Interrupt me, Louisa.
Yes.
Don't forget, you got, was it 2 sales of the day overnight?
Yeah, one of them's just cancelled.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
It was a $1 sale who cancelled, and you're like, oh, gee.
That's the first thing I'm going to say to you is the $1 links, the $7 links, they're fantastic. But you know, right, and I love the way, Lisa, if you saw this yesterday with Mark Dale and the gym membership, if you go and spend $1 on a link for a business, are you going to put your heart and soul into it?
No.
Is your life going to depend on you making that work? If you go and spend $5,000 on a business link, are you going to keep on going until you hit gold with it?
Absolutely.
I know I did not stop. Now, this is the beauty of these groups, okay, is the fact that, you know, this is why I wanted, because I know on the other hangouts, you know, they're fantastic and people will talk about a keyword like gratitude and being thankful and stuff like that. This is where I wanted to create a group where you can come on and you can say, do you know what, it's not working for me. Guys, I'm stuck. Because it's great when you can get into a chat, but I think when you can talk to people like this face to face, you get so much more out of it. And I know that I've taken from all of you so far a little bit of something where I'm like, yeah, no, like, tick, yeah, I've experienced that. No, it's absolutely fine. And it just goes to show that you're not alone in this business.
Yeah, and that's what you need.
Exactly. Now, look, I'm wondering if maybe your why isn't set in stone yet inside.
No, I've got my whys there. It's my persona, who I am, and who I'm identifying with in my target market. That's what I'm having the most difficulty with. It's just trying to work out who I'm going for, where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Because I'm not I don't feel like I'm a baby boomer, but I am, and you know, there's loads of stuff that I could do that I don't. But it's finding my passion. I've got loads of passions. It's finding out which is the one I'm going to focus on, or should I focus? You know, there's just loads and loads and that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. So it's probably more important. What I'm having difficulty with is that the day-to-day stuff and watching all these different, you know, there are so many things when you're talking about all this elite club training and the beginners club training, all that, which I want to see because I want to know what other people will be watching when they're coming in. But then by the time you do that and the webinar and this and that and the next thing, and they're all at terrible times, and you're all, you know, or you're trying to catch them up in the day, and it's like, you know, so I'm trying to narrow down a wee bit more as well. But it's just trying to get, I'm still all over the place and just trying to get things organised.
Okay, so let me strip you back a little bit. When you got your 2 sales, what did you do to get them?
That's Instagram. I'm doing a thing with Instagram.
Okay, automation on Instagram, yeah? Fantastic. So that's worked for you. And are you committed and consistent with Instagram every single day?
Yes. So I'm posting twice a day, every day on Instagram. Yeah. So I'm doing Instagram.
Okay. So did you strip? Okay. So are you doing the 3-2-1 method on Instagram?
Yep.
Okay. So on the day when you got your 2 sales, did you note down what your posts were that day and what message they were taken across?
No.
Okay, there you go. There's your little golden nugget. Go back there, have a look at what your meaning, your message for that day was, and duplicate it.
Right, okay.
And then, like, by next week, I want to hear that you sold some more Wonder Links. Do you know what I mean? And you've got people in. Go back, find that message that impacted 2 people, and make it happen again. Have you got your Face Club fan page up and running as well? Awesome. Go and put the message on there as well, because if you go onto my Facebook fan pages, onto my personal Facebook, and then onto my business Instagram, and sometimes I even put it on my personal Instagram, you'll see that on those days my messages are all the same. and I use the same photo card across all of them. So it doesn't matter. And obviously, when you're on Instagram, you know you can share it on Twitter as well. So that's my Twitter involved as well. So I've got me, my 2 fan pages, my business Instagram, and Twitter. So 5 platforms a day I'm posting the same message.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm going to say. Whatever that message was, hold on tight to it and go and duplicate it again for another day. And then, you know, maybe brainstorm whatever that message was and have little ideas off of it that you can then have a 7-day plan with and make that plan next week's plan. Okay, so from now to next Wednesday, work on that. Work on whatever that message was and how you can have spin-offs from it.
And do you post it in exactly the same format, or do you change it between the different platforms? Same
No.
picture, same text?
Exactly the same.
Right, okay.
Exactly the same, because remember, your audiences are going to be different on each one. You will find that the same thing.
Frozen. Frozen. Everything's stopped.
That's fine. If they don't, there we go. I was going to say, did I freeze then, or did you guys freeze?
No, you froze. Oh, it was probably me who froze. Yeah. Sorry. You were saying Twitter. You're saying different audiences or different.
Yeah, so your different audiences, you know, they're either going to understand you and be absolutely fine about it being, you know, you'll have some that are on all of your platforms, and then the ones that don't like it, well, they can just go and delete themselves. You know, they're not worth worrying about. And that is the one thing people have always said to me, how is it that I can drop somebody just like that? I've had friends of 11 years who have then crossed me and I've gone, see you later.
Mm-hmm.
Say, how can you do it? And I say, because it's negative for me at the time, you know, and it's not wrong to kind of push that negativity aside. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not leaving the door open for them to send another friend request or be friends with you again, as long as they come back in a positive manner. That if they're just going to bring negativity, just drop it off. And trust me, 99% of them come back. They always do. As long as you keep a positive mindset, everybody else will. Positivity is like sugar to a wasp. You know, it's something that they want to have, and you'll knock them away because they'll come in quite aggressive. Eventually, they'll learn to just crawl up to it and be nice about it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and my partner always says I've always got the best analogies for things. So from the sugar cube, you'll get that one this way.
That's a good
one. Okay, guys, has anybody got questions? Because, you know, we've been going for 50 minutes strong now, so any questions whatsoever about Facebook, keywords, Instagram, anything?
Does anyone use the follow liker, an Instagram follow liker? Does anyone use follow liker?
I haven't got into that.
I do.
No, okay, that's fine. No, that's my major technical issue right now. It's gone. Gone.
All I would say, okay, is just jump onto YouTube, okay, because people forget that YouTube is your second biggest search engine in the world after Google. So if you have a question that somebody in one of the tribes can't answer for you, jump onto YouTube, type it in, and there will be some very, very pleasant, very geeky person who has made a video to show you how to do it. So there you go, another golden nugget for you guys. Okay, anybody else?
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just trying to unlock my phone. There is an audio. My phone's just froze. There is an audio. I think it's called Be, Do, Have in the Inner Circle. It really puts it, how do you put it? We sit there and we think about what we want to be in the future. So we're always working towards something. Why can't we be that person now and enjoy what we're doing while we're getting to be where we want to be? I'm just trying to find, my phone's just froze, so I'm trying to get in to find what it's actually called. But it's in the Inner Circle, and it's called Be, Do, Have. It's in the Inner Circle. It'll help with your mindset from being where you are to where you want to be, and your mindset will be there. I'm getting confused with my own bloody words now. But do you know what I mean? be what you want to be now. Do what you want to do now.
That's right.
And have what you want as well.
I just did a blog post on this.
Yeah.
We had part of the boot camp was to do your perfect day, which Rhonda and Brian Swan, that it's their kind of, it's their, what you call it, how they bring people into business, your perfect day.
Yeah.
And I included the Frank Kern video, YouTube. And it's an amazing exercise to do because you just you just write down your perfect day and you feel like you would do if you're doing your perfect day. And it's just a great thing to do every day, to read that and imagine yourself there, because of course, and also take action, but when you imagine yourself there, you feel the feelings you'd feel. Like for me, it's on the beach with the sand in my feet, etc. And that's the way you bring things about happening, by actually feeling the feelings of having it now, as they all say.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
We understand. It's like 4 a.m. where you are. We'll let you off. You're doing so well. Now, this is commitment.
Thank you.
This really
is my normal
commitment, guys. So
this is my normal.
This is your normal.
Yes. Yeah. This is good. It was nice chatting with you all.
Yeah, to be fair, I remember. Yeah, I think me and Lisa remember having a conversation with her at Orlando, and she was like that. Everybody in this business is absolute bat crazy. You are absolutely crazy. But, you know, I think it's why we attract everybody. We attract each other. You know, and actually, what is normal? I think we're quite normal, to be fair. I don't think we're crazy. I think we are absolutely normal, and it's everybody else that's crazy.
This is my reader.
Okay, any more questions, guys?
Well, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say that I was doing more research, and I found out if they're really dedicating themselves to more the blogging side of things, after every blog post, to put the link of the post on a website called Pingler.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, Pingler. It'll help. It's over the top in terms of technicalities, but it's supposed to be really good with getting, you know, backlinks, and it's all SEO stuff, and it's a little over my. But you don't have to know all the detailed technicalities of it. You just go on the website. It's Pingler, so it's Pingler, Pingler.com, and put your link in there. And then it does the rest of it. So if you want to get your blog post ranking on YouTube, not YouTube, Google, it's supposed to help it get out there on the internet quicker. So just so you guys know, instead of just writing a blog post and it just sitting there doing nothing. So.
Yeah, no, that's a really good golden nugget. And remember, guys, going back to your key words, make sure that you use your keywords. They'll be known as tags on your blog post. So on your Collato, you'll be able to see it down the right-hand side. It will say tags. These are your keywords, and you need to put it into the SEO part as well on your Collato when you're writing your blog posts. So just remember, if it's anything, I'm going to drum into you every week. It's keywords, keywords, keywords. Like John Pemberthy didn't spend a penny on advertising. Why? Because he knew how to operate keywords. Mm-hmm. And that's the secret. That's why you will notice on his videos.
I have a question.
Out all of the, yeah.
I just want to say, in your blog post, when you do the SEO and you put your keywords in the SEO, what do you put in the description? Because that's what always fails me. That's what you put in your description, the SEO description.
I just keep it congruent to, you know, like maybe the first sentence of my blog, or maybe just the title. I just keep it short and sweet. I don't put a lot in there. Lisa, do you do blogs as well?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm actually doing the 21-day challenge right now, and I have, as of right now, I only have 5 blog posts. I'm actually behind like 2 days, but the 21 challenge, if you let's say you don't want to do, if you already have a plan for what you're writing, great, you do it. But actually, I love how the Collato Premium blogging, if you go in there in the back office and you're doing the 21-day challenge, it even gives you, if let's say you want to write a post about success, so then, and you don't know what you want to, like how do you want to write the headline, it actually, you click on give me a headline and it pops up different possibilities of, you know, maybe how you want to do it. So it's literally, it just walks you through. It's so easy. I love it. Like, so if, you know, I think if you haven't blogged yet, do the 21-day blogging challenge. Go for it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any more questions, Helen?
I'll come prepared next time. I've got lots of questions. They're not kind of coming to my mind, but I'll certainly let you know, because there's knowing you're an expert on SEO. That's one of my areas that I really need to do some work on.
Mm-hmm. Indeed,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. So this week I will make a note. I've got like loads of notes here as we've been going. Anybody will see that I make notes the whole time, because I just take golden nuggets. As you guys spit them out, I'm just catching them. Okay. So I'll make a note. Kalatu SEO training. So I'll like really go into depth on it this week and see what I can find out about it, and how I can find ways of making it better, so that we can share it with you guys next week.
That would be.
But girls, it's been amazing hanging out with you. Absolutely amazing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this is recorded for everybody else. But yeah, if you mentioned any sites or anything like that, please put it into the UK Force group. Okay, so please just chuck it in there, so that obviously if we didn't get a chance to write it, to put again, it's just keyword planner that you Google, go in, and it's a keyword tool that you'll use. It'll take some getting used to. Again, if I learn how to record on my laptop, I will start doing videos where I can click on it and show you. All right, so is that everything, ladies?
Mm-hmm. Can I be added into the group? Because I'm not added in that group. Can I be added even though I'm not in that team?
Yeah, you're a special guest for me today, because obviously, like, we were chatting, it was yesterday, wasn't it? And this
Yes.
girl's just crushing it. This girl's just crushing it. So I was like, she needs to be on our call, give us all a little boost, a bit of hope. Yeah, it's gonna happen. So yeah, sure, I'll get you added. All right, girls, but it's been great talking to you, and I'll post again next week, whatever time we can get people on for.
Okay.
All right, but yeah,
Okay,
just keep on learning some keywords. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.